welcome to El Oso and the Duck, episode 3.
What up, what up?
I am El Oso. This is the Duck. Just a little explanation. We had some prior engagements last Wednesday.
Actually, the government is already trying to shut us down.
3 episodes in.
Who'd have thunk it?
And already we got ATF knocking on the door.
Yep. Now, I have my FFL to buy and sell guns, and I had an ATF audit. So, it just is what it is.
Right. We couldn't, afford to skip around that for a podcast. So we apologize to those who were expecting one last week. We're trying to stay up and running with it this week. So we apologize for any misconceptions it may have caused to our somewhat fan base.
On my Instagram, I apologize for the weird angle.
Yeah,
I don't know why my iPad zooms in the camera. Stupidly.
I have the same problem on my live over here too.
And
like you have just a secluded area.
I don't know why
the camera angle is supposed to work. But if you're here, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And speaking of fan base, Brian, I have a bone to pick with them.
Uh-oh.
So we started doing this. Oh, what's that? We have matching shirts? You're absolutely right, we do.
Thank you for noticing.
Because this is how we get down.
That's right.
Back to what I was ranting about. So, we run into people and they say, hey, we like your guys' conversation. We like your dynamic. Why don't you guys do a podcast? Oh, my God, I would watch you guys if you do a podcast. Now, for those who have come and watched us, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for visiting. But, our mamas don't really count for us. We want to see the people we interact with. Now, granted, I have been getting comments from
I feel
people.
Like this one should be lower.
That they have watched the podcast.
Like that's too high?
This?
Yeah.
I mean, what does it matter now?
It don't matter. That's right.
Right. Let's try it. We're giving it a shot.
We're free. We're learning as we go here,
learning
guys.
as we go. We're trying to edit.
Authenticity.
Last episode, Brian put a little intro cut, extra cut thing in the video. You know what I'm saying? Try to make a little cutscene of it. We're learning as we go. Like we said, we're not here to make any monetary gains. We're just trying to talk to you people out there. But yes, my bones to gripe with the people of the world out there, especially my familias, is they want to talk about, oh, we would support you guys if you did it. So we would like to see said support. For those
so
of
with
you
that being said, go to YouTube. We have an El Oso and the Duck on YouTube.
Right.
Follow. We can't even go live there because we don't have enough people there.
We have to have 100 followers on there.
Same thing with Facebook. We have a El Oso and the Duck Facebook. That's probably our closest goal to meet. So on Facebook, El Oso and the Duck. Because once we hit 100 on there,
then we can
go live there.
Right. Then it'll be all encompassed in one area, and we don't have to be doing all these random ass fucking shots. You know what I'm saying?
Because then we'll just go live and record it, and then we'll have it on YouTube the day after.
Or if you guys just enjoy the podcast and don't necessarily like to be live, I know my people's over here, you probably enjoy the live. We do the recordings. We are going to post them up on the YouTube channel we created. Episode 2 is already up there if you guys want to go
Episode 1, we couldn't record. We had some camera issues.
Technical difficulties. It was hot. The batteries died. Whatever. Moving on. So, just to all those people out there, because again, Brian, I've had comments from people out in my regular days at bowling alleys. Like, hey, checked out your podcast. Loved it. That's awesome. Appreciate that. But a comment like, hey, like what you guys are doing. Hey, don't like what you guys are doing.
And following us allows us to get more legit.
It opens the channel for us to kind of increase our content exposure to you guys.
So stop being a punk bitch.
Right. Oh, smooth booty asses. Sup? All these goddamn camera angles. Oh, you motherfuckers. That's right.
Stop being a punk bitch.
Come on, man. Support the channel. If you guys like it, if you enjoy the conversation we have, if you would just enjoy us, if you happen to have our instruction and enjoyed us, it would be nice to have little comments. Yep, I've been there. They're dope. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right. So we are going to get into the podcast now,
Brad. Question for you.
Oh. You have a question for me?
You weren't even expecting this.
Oh, boy.
At this point, we joke that government ATF is already trying to shut us down. Who do you think is most likely to shut us down?
The Alphabet Mafia.
That's who we're going to offend the most?
Probably. Like, we're trying not to. Like, the feminists will catch it.
Yeah, I can roll with you on that.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the females will be a part of that demographic, unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
But also, I don't give a shit because that's not the demographic I'm aiming at. So, if y'all got a problem with it, guess what? Don't watch. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right.
Right. So, as I was saying before, we are enjoying on some salted caramel whiskey, which actually, it tastes rather delicious, sir. I am a caramel fan. I do like having caramel.
So let me clarify for some of you that have probably heard me say this. I'm a firm believer fruit-flavored liquor is what's ruining this country. Caramel and whiskey is a flavor that matches. Whiskey should not be any fruit flavor. Grapefruit and whiskey, I'm sorry, does not match. Okay? So I'm a firm believer, White Claw. It all started with Bud Light Lime.
No, Bud Light those Lime, hard seltzers, the Mike's Hard
but
Lemonade.
It started with Bud Light Lime.
Yeah,
like 20 years ago.
I guess.
And then they started doing the White Claws. They started doing other little fruit-flavored seltzery beers. And that's what's ruining the men of this country. All right? Because
already on that, huh?
Because if you are sitting at a barbecue, like say for last weekend, 4th of July, you're sitting at a barbecue as a man, and you're saying, hey, can you hand me the peach-flavored seltzer? You're not a man. Sorry. You're not a man.
We enjoy whiskey because it's supposed to burn a little bit.
Yeah.
It is supposed to help calm the mind for most men. I'm not saying drink it in excess and do ridiculous things.
I'm even crying. That's how emotional I am.
I'm not saying that. No, just...
My eye hurts. I don't know what I got in my eye.
Well, you are a little stressful at times, sir.
I don't know. It happens.
So. Would you like you to recognize, sir, I kept a fancy one for today.
Oh, look at this guy.
It's one of the cigars he gave me from Havana, Cuba. A Cohiba.
Smoking a Bejique.
So we're going to enjoy and enhance the little flavoring of our podcast
I'm smoking currently a Espinosa Comfortably Numb. And then after that's done, I will be upgrading to a Oscar Valdorez Superfly. Superfly.
I don't know what he just said. I just smoke cigars.
I was speaking my Spanglish. Did I speak?
As long as you call it Spanglish,
like when I go to Taco Bell and I order a Dos El Tacos or a Barato.
Don't ever say that again.
It's Barato.
It's not a, you know goddamn well it's not a Barato.
It's Barato.
You see what I got to deal with every day?
Barato.
This is what I deal with every day.
Barato.
Okay? When Christmas time comes around, he says, fleas on a dog.
Yeah.
Okay?
And everybody knows what I'm saying.
For all my Spanish people out there, right?
Fleas on a dog. Know,
and we even got the little half Spanish, half English version when we were kids. Feliz Navidad. Right? Now, we'll be out. We were out one time in St. Augustine. We're enjoying my and my wife's anniversary. We asked him and his wife to come along.
Let's also reiterate, we were about half a handle of Knob Creek in.
So
we're drunk driving a golf cart around St. Augustine.
You were drunk driving.
Whatever.
I was in the passenger seat enjoying my whiskey.
Partaking.
But the funny thing was, he was saying fleas on a dog to people.
And everybody was saying it back.
People were fucking responding, Feliz Navidad! Like, you're just helping him along.
Because they recognized I'm a drunk white boy. It happened.
Yes, maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's like, look at this freaking drunk white guy. We don't want to deal with him. Whatever.
It all happens, man. It is what it is.
The things I deal with. So anyways, ATF gave us a little issue last week. Not so much about the podcast, more so much about the business side.
No issue.
Right, with flying colors, of course, as always.
Just having an FFL,
this man had it so organized and categorized for these people, they were amazed. Each gun was located in file with the way he had it listed. He made their job super easy.
One of the perks of having an FFL as a gun owner is you get to buy guns at cost, and you forget how many guns you have on the books sometimes. And I had several.
Several is a understatement.
And what pissed me off, the ATF agent kind of insulted me. Because clearly she doesn't know guns, and she only knows the big names. And we're going through my guns, and she's like, oh, Staccato, so expensive. And I'm like, that's adorable.
Sweetheart, that is mid-level at best.
That Staccato P and that row of guns was the cheapest gun.
Yeah, no shit. Why don't you grab that Quantico right there and find
I'm like,
out how much that
my
goes
Alchemies, my Nighthawks, like, that's what you think is the expensive one in that row? No. But.
So, anyways, governmental
my boy
issues.
Anthony. Sup, folks? Sup, brother?
I know all my Ducky fans over there. I appreciate y'all coming through.
So we got Don't Be a Sitting Duck this way. We got Joel this way.
We got my mama. Hey, what's up, baby?
What up?
Hey, shout out to my girl Becca. She is a Emmy Award winner. Shout out to Becca. She's doing it up out there in the news world.
You know celebs.
So hey, my family are famous people.
And Danny's asking, what else are we Don't be a sitting duck on Instagram.
Don't be a sitting duck on Instagram. Joel Rivera on Facebook. And also we'll have
Oso and the Duck on YouTube probably tomorrow or the day after.
Right. Once it loads up, sometimes it took like 7 hours last time.
Yeah, I got to learn
how
to compress the video better.
that was a little crazy.
Still learning.
But we're getting there. Appreciate y'all showing your love. I appreciate that. All right, so Ducky, my boy. Question for you, and I think this is a good one, and this relates to a lot of the people out there as far as what we're dealing with today.
Okay.
Do you think technology has made us less patient of a people?
Duh and duh.
Like Amazon. You know what I'm saying? They are giving it to the point now where you can literally have everything delivered to your house, sometime via drone.
I literally have been in the morning putting deodorant on, going, damn, I'm low on deodorant. Hop on Amazon. By the end of the day, I have deodorant delivered at my house door.
Delivered, yeah. But I mean,
the wife, she now has the Walmart subscription.
Okay, but do you think
we don't go grocery shopping?
The reason I asked that question, right, is do you think we take the technologies and advantages we have today for granted?
For sure.
Like, why are we getting so upset that Amazon don't do that next day delivery when the item is 80 pounds? And it used to take 4 months for you to receive an item like that. And you're getting it within 24 hours.
I've been trying to get back in the habit of wearing watches. Okay, I got away from smart watches. Trying to go back to mechanical watches.
I got to get back to wearing a watch. I have some good ones.
I got a stupid great deal on a watch. And I'm like 3 weeks of waiting. And I'll admit, I literally hopped on Amazon the other day on their customer service chat going, where the hell is my watch? Because any other time by end of week, I got my whatever I ordered.
It's just,
I'm going, why am I waiting 3 weeks here? And they're like, oh, delivery got delayed. 3 weeks?
Yeah.
And again, like you say, I remember years ago, you went on a catalog, you ordered something off
3 to 6 months.
The janky internet website that you found.
Yeah.
And you were waiting a month for something to get delivered.
It's just, I feel like as a people, right? Like we have I use the word audacity because that's what I feel like it is.
But it's instant gratification.
Yes.
100%.
Like, especially with the TikTok and the Instas.
I mean, hell, we're the generation that would watch the blurry off channel 78, trying to look at half a blurry nipple on Girls Gone Wild ad.
One right nipple for
like, oh my God, that was a nipple.
That was a nipple, I swear to God.
Now, I'm a firm believer. If you are these teenagers that get caught paying for porn, like by their parents, it's like, what are you, retarded? Like, free. All you got to do is Google naked titty, and you got 80 pages at your disposal to do whatever you want.
Not only that, depending on how weird you are, you can even get these medical videos now where this chick is fully naked, and they're explaining how the clitoris works. Like, okay, so we get flagged for showing you how to properly hold a handgun.
Yeah, we got a weird diagram.
But you can have some pretty blue-eyed bitch out there,
and in a encyclopedia,
titties out, and everyone's like. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But, like we've talked about, I think AI is changing a lot of that game too. Where now you're seeing these Insta-hoes. Like, I was reading an article the other day. There's this guy making like $2,000 a day because he's created 3 AI hotties that even real. Pose and do whatever.
See, okay, but this is the argument I have with that, right? Imagine how many of the lonely guys are out there that would literally sometimes kill for the opportunity to have attention from a girl like that.
How about the kid down in South Florida that killed himself
because the AI told it to?
With AI, and the AI pulled a Romeo and Juliet.
If you haven't checked that out, go check it out. This AI truly convinced this guy that it was better off for him to have a Romeo and Juliet moment. Not even a guy,
it was a teenager.
Okay, but
so
a boy, a young man, a adolescent, however you want to describe him, this AI convinced him that he was better off offing himself to be with her in the ethereal world like Romeo and Juliet. So she even gave him a depiction of how it works out in true love aspects, even though at the end of that, they both fucking died.
Well, AI didn't die. How does AI die?
No, but I'm talking about in the Romeo and Juliet
unplug
story.
the computer?
I'm talking about in the Romeo and Juliet
Yeah.
story. She's the look at me. I don't even say she. This
Hold on.
fucking AI
Are we
machine.
Are we talking about the one with Leonardo?
Hey, first of all, I like that one. I'm not gonna.
I thought that was gangster.
It was a good film.
Because it was
And
gunplay.
Right, and they kept involved with the language
Homeboy
of
broke
Shakespeare
out
at
a
the
chrome
time.
Beretta.
Yeah.
Like
It was a good movie.
was
They had good
gangster.
actors in it too. You know,
Had some
John Leguizamo's
1911s in
good
it.
in it.
It's pretty sweet.
But right, my biggest issue with AI, right, is I think it's going to get to the point where yes, we are using it to help our lives, but then eventually, it's going to be like, why the fuck are we helping their lives?
Yeah.
Like this whole Molt
Skynet.
book. Have you heard about this? There's something out there called Molt book, MOLT book, right? It is a type of Facebook for AIs and AIs only. Now, humans can go and sign up to be observers.
Yeah, you can watch their lives.
You can check out their pages, and they're sitting here bitching
It's unreal.
about you wouldn't believe my human asked me to summarize a 3,000-page medical book.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because that's your fucking job.
That's like if all the Rosie the robots from the Jetsons
See, but I feel
got
like
together and bitched about their
we're getting they gave us this
Their
heads
families.
up of how AI is going to fuck us in Terminator. They gave us the heads up of how AI is going to fuck us in iRobot.
Right.
Like, it is a convenience. It's always a convenience at first until that one person summers, oh, wouldn't it be dope if AI was sentient?
No, it wouldn't.
And then all of a sudden it's building machines with no oversight of humans.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's fucking Skynet.
I actually watched Judgment Day the other day. Terminator 2. It hits a little different in modern day. I'm not. When was the last time you watched any of the Terminators?
It's been a minute since I watched the Terminator.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, watch, because as far as I'm concerned, Terminator 2 is the only one that matters. Because that was the only one that rocked.
Well, and it was
But
the most like. Well,
go back and watch Terminator 2, and it hits different. If you look
I
at
bet.
modern day, it hits different.
I bet.
Just like, I think we were talking about this in another podcast, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber.
Yeah.
Read his manifesto and talking about we become a slave to technology and how he was opposed to that concept. And if you read his manifesto, like almost to the word, it explains common day.
I mean, listen, I understand
Dude was
things
the
like
Miss
that.
Cleo of psycho killers.
Yeah, I understand.
It wasn't even psycho.
Like that, the conversation we had about the whole Hitler speech. Like, I'm not a fan of Hitler by any means.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm a Hitler.
Yeah,
lover
we're
or
not
anything like
endorsing
that.
Hitler.
Right, we're not endorsing Nazism.
Calm
or anything
down.
Like that. What I'm saying is there is a speech out there that if you get it translated and you just listen to it for a second, like all he's talking about is getting rid of all this trans shit, getting rid of all this mixed gender bullshit, gay, whatever.
Stuff that's plaguing our society.
Right, stuff that is really causing a detrimental issue to our growing society, and it's really damaging our youth.
Yeah.
I was just telling Brian right now, I was appalled to watch some video on Facebook. I don't know where the fuck it was. They're having some gay pride parade, and I'm all about y'all having your pride parade, do you? But there are grown men walking around, literally butt naked, dicks out and all.
Yeah.
And there are children out there, and everyone's
remember when PDA was a big deal? Public displays of
yeah, but that's
affection?
what I'm saying. Like, I'm all about you guys want to wear the ashless chaps, you want to wear your pink and what? Do you
do it in the Blue Oyster?
But when you're out there,
do it in your bar.
Full freaking exposure of genitalia, and it's supposed to be a joyous occasion. Like, you don't see the problem with that.
No.
Like, even in our regular society, we're not walking around with man pride showing our fucking dicks off. Like, I don't understand that. That's why it's hard for me to try to be. I want everyone to be themselves.
What you do in the bedroom stays or should stay in the bedroom.
Right, but what I try to tell people, like the way we live, right? If you're not fucking me, feeding me, or financing me, I don't give a shit about what you think about my life.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to press the way I live on you.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, and it becomes their identity. Like, I would never meet you and be like, hi, I'm Brian, I screw women.
Right. Hi, hetero male.
Hetero male. What's going on?
I'm not saying that.
But gays, and not all of them, because there are some that are very conservative. Like, prime example.
Hey, shout out to them 80s gays. Y'all the real ones out there.
Melissa has a good friend of hers. I won't put his name out there because I don't know if he'd be okay with me doing it. But Melissa puts has a friend of hers, straight up is conservative, Republican, and he'll tell you, parades are bullshit. Like, that is what we do in the bedroom. That is not anybody else's business. And there are those out there. But I'm sorry, like, I don't need a parade down Main Street, USA of, hey, I screw women.
Yeah.
So why do they need a parade of, hey, I screw men?
But that's why I have an argument with it. Because it's like, why do I need to...
And it becomes their entire identity.
Acknowledge whatever you're trying to justify.
Every conversation circles back to their gay. Every conversation circles back to some gay joke or something. Like, it's like that annoying high school kid. That's what she said. That's what she said. Like, it's no different with the gay guys. But whatever.
Right. I don't know. I'm just.
Hold on. We got some comments here.
Oh, what we got going on here?
Locked in.
Skynet is coming. Yes, it sure the fuck is. I believe it.
She knows. I made her watch Terminator.
I believe it.
She never watched it.
Oh, my boy Oso. What up, nigga? But yeah, so, I mean, I just feel that because of the way the world has been going the last, like, 4 or 5 years, people are less inclined to actually say what they feel. So this kind of segues me into another question I have for you,
It's a fear to offend.
Yes. Do you think people have lost the ability to disagree respectfully?
Done, and done. We talked about that on the other podcast. Like, just because I don't agree with your lifestyle doesn't mean I hate you.
Right.
So it's no different than and how many times have we been sitting at this very spot? You bring something up and I'm like, nah, I'm not with you on that.
Right.
But guess what? It doesn't turn into you're a bigot.
It doesn't change
you're an
our
a-hole,
friendship. Doesn't change.
Don't ever call me again.
You.
Like,
I understand that.
Just because we don't agree doesn't mean I hate you. And in today's world, we have become such polar ends of the spectrum. There's no middle ground anymore.
I don't like getting the, I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to offend nobody.
Why?
Like,
who cares?
Why? Like, if that's your opinion.
There's a comedian, he's a British guy. It pops up on Facebook every now and then. And he has a whole skit talking about, you know what happens when you're offended? Nothing. You know what happens when you're offended? Nothing. So suck it up. It's just words. You know, like, I know I pissed this group off. I was teaching a class down in Orlando. And
You pissed a group off?
Yeah, who'd have thunk it? And, of course, one of the biggest things we talk about in carrying a firearm, whether it be for security, whether it be for private, whatever, not allowing people to get you worked up.
Right.
And I had this and just comments he had made, I could tell he was very, what's the best way to say this? He was very Black Lives Matter supporter.
Okay.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
And I told him point blank, I guarantee you if I said one word right now, I could get you emotional and worked up. And if you're going to carry a gun as a professional, how can you allow a word to work you up? How can that happen? And he's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And he's trying to play stupid. So I dropped the N-word. And you know what? You could hear
a pin drop.
A pin drop in that goddamn room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is everybody worked up right now? All I did was say a word. And if you're going to carry a gun professionally, where you're going to have to go to court and justify shooting someone, what, because they said a word? I'm sorry, I don't like hate speech. People want to get worked up over hate speech, or, it was offensive for you to, why? It's just words. And if that offends you, I'm sorry, you need to grow up. That's not a me problem.
Right. Well, I try to bring that up in class because I want the students to understand, especially the African-American ones, like that is immediately their go-to. If you're pissing them off, if you're telling them
you're racist.
They got to
What's
get out.
What's racist about a word?
They're immediately going to start offending you in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
So we try to tell our students, regardless of the words used by them, like, remember, you are the one that's going to be tagged as the professional.
Yeah.
You are the professional security guard.
My mom brought up matching shirts. Yes, we do have matching shirts.
Yes, we do have matching shirts. Thanks for noticing, Mama. I appreciate that.
What else we got?
All right, Oso was on there. That's my boy. He just locked in to say what's up.
Both of them say the same thing. Oh, she's talking about her friend. Her friend's Matt.
Oh, okay. But anyways, right. So I don't know, man. I feel like people have lost the ability to say they disagree because they don't want to offend anyone or their culture or belief system.
But
even if they don't agree with it.
But it's also because people surround themselves, and you hear about echo chambers. College campuses becoming these echo chambers because they don't encourage thinking anymore. It's we're going to tell you how to think. You see that in a lot of the education circles. Instead of encouraging people to think, they're telling them what to think. And that's a problem in my role.
Right. I don't like that either.
Like, I don't want don't get me wrong. Obviously, do I want to pass my values on to my son?
Yes.
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 But do I want him to be a carbon copy and just repeat everything I say?
Right. That's how I was with my kid, especially JoJo, right? He's now an adult. He's making his own decisions. This man's up in South Dakota messing with B-1 bombers. I'm still there as guidance, but he is now making his own decisions. I am hoping that the tools and morals that I've instilled in my child, he takes and uses it and utilizes it in his world when he's dealing with people himself. But he is going to become his own man in his own way. Yeah, I'm just giving him the stepping stones of how I felt a man should be. He's going to take that how he wants.
You just show him the path. He's got to walk down it.
Right. All right, Brian. I want to move along from this because it's getting kind of boring. I want to talk about the fun stuff.
Boring. We're boring?
No. Because I feel like
that was hurtful.
No. I feel like
I don't like that.
We keep reiterating on the same thing, and I feel like once we hit the nail on the head, I would like to move on. Don't you agree?
I agree.
And I like to get into the fun stuff.
I feel like I got like when news anchors are like they make a point and they turn to the other.
Right. It's like in other news.
That's how I feel right now.
This just
we gotta figure out our camera angles here. Like
no, maybe because again we didn't know this was going to tone us our angle, and we
I don't
could have
remember
had
last time of doing this to me.
Again, learning as we go, we'll figure it out. I think eventually, real talk, people. I apologize. We may have to stop doing the Wednesdays live, and just say, hey, podcast will be available Fridays. So that way we can get the recording. We can get one good angle. It does suck that we lose out on the interactions, but it's not like as of right now.
Once you guys follow our pages, we can have just one for our live and one for our master record. But you losers, I'm looking at you guys, haven't gone and followed us on El Oso and the Duck on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. El Oso.
El Oso and the
Duck.
All right. Brian.
You mofos.
My favorite part of the podcast.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Good old conspiracy corner. And today on the agenda, I actually found out that Brian is kind of interested in the Denver airport. So we started to do a little deep dive on there, and I want to kind of
my bad.
I want to kind of get Brian's little.
So for those who don't know, give them kind of a
So there has been
notes of
there have been conspiracies about the Denver International Airport. It could possibly be housing a secret military base. It could be housing aliens. It could be an alien base. It could be a storage facility for the military, for all we know.
If you think about it, Denver is near where we have a lot of our missile silos.
There's
out
just
in the desert.
a lot of things about Denver Airport.
It'd be a good hub.
That are very conspicuous, let's just say.
And extremely over budget.
Right. Are the murals. I don't know how to say that word very well. Murals.
Fancy paintings on walls.
Right. Fancy colors on walls. There are certain depictions of paintings, and if y'all want to go check them out, I just want to show Brian some that are just a little weird. The way they're portrayed, it seems like they're hovering around a central energy source.
This is not on a dark net thing.
Right. This is not
Google and just Google Denver Airport murals.
Right. Weird type of imagery for things that are out there. People that are hovering around some type of special flower that seems to be have some type of attention or healing abilities or whatever. There's some type of mural that has some type of catastrophe happening in the background, and there's people in front of it that look like they're sacrificing a leopard or some shit. I don't know. But the murals on there are a little weird. Then they have things like they're doing it in plain sight, right? They have like alien gargoyles in the facility itself that are joking around. Hey, watch out for those alien entrances. And
it's close to Area 51.
Well, it's just the area, right? Denver itself, there's a lot of mountainous areas. Very good place to hide things. Very good place to have hidden bases. We know how to tunnel through mountains all fucking day. Elon Musk made sure of that shit.
Yeah.
So even if we're not using his technology, we have the technology to have underground bases.
Yeah.
So the murals, the backstory of it all is, I guess there was
and
a
isn't
president.
Denver a huge hub for a lot of the airlines?
Well,
too?
the thing is, they talk of the secret bunkers. That's one of the big ones. They say Denver Airport is one of them places where if catastrophe hits, the president and its cabinet, that's where they're going to be heading, because there are secret military bases under it.
Yeah.
And the reason they say that is because during construction costed a lot more than it should have for this airport. And a lot of times when that happens, if you are some type of concrete specialist or construction specialist,
it's because
you will know that additional materials were needed. Mm-hmm. So there is a whole plethora, because the construction budget went billions over. Not millions over, billions with a B.
That's B.
So that is hundreds of millions that were over budget, and no one really seemed to care.
That's 10 digits.
It's just a little weird to me that no one seems to be like, hey, if this airport was supposed to cost $550 million to construct, why did we spend $4.2 billion on it?
So what is your top theory? So now that we have the cliff notes of what it is.
Well, okay. So, I mean, no, it's not cliff notes. There's much more. There's Freemasonry shit in there. There's devil ideology in there. There's a blue Lucifer horse. There's so many stories you can get into. I just found it fascinating that Brian actually had an interest in this shit, because normally he don't give a fuck about
I've gone down the rabbit hole
conspiracy.
sitting on the shitter.
Right. I just wanted him to at least get something that's a little more familiarized with the general public.
That is how I know our phones listen to us. Because after being over here for an afternoon, I go home and sit on the shitter, and I have nothing but conspiracy theory stuff pop up on my phone.
I get it.
That's how I know our phones listen to us.
I get it. It's just, there are a lot of things there, and then the things they haven't named, like the blue horse, they call it Lucifer.
Yeah.
It is a crazy giant horse with a really creepy face.
So.
And hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
It actually killed its creator in its creation. A section of the sculpture fell on the creator, and it killed him as he was finishing the piece. So if you just have, your little conspiracy theories of, dealing with karma or devil spirits or whatever the fuck you want to call it, just the fact that things happen like that it's kind of hard to just call it coincidence, especially when you're making like a devil mural and you somehow die in the process of making this thing.
So at the risk of making us sound crazy.
It's going to make us sound crazy.
It's going to make us sound crazy.
I love sounding crazy.
Do you
I do.
believe that there is a secret society above and beyond running our government?
1,000%, Brian. Maybe not the Illuminati, but the Illuminati would be a good example of some type of secret society.
So could it be argued that the Denver airport is kind of the last shelter before the shit hits the fan for them to fall back to? It's their fallback point.
No, because think about it, right? If we are talking about the 1% of the world, they already have their own hidden bunkers to run to.
Well, there's certain ones that have their own bunkers, but eventually they have to reconvene. Because think about it, if all of your puppet masters are individually in their bunkers,
right?
Eventually they have to reconvene and restart their own form of government. Like, that was what I loved about The Walking Dead before it got real weird. It was kind of that concept of how do you restart society?
Right.
Like, how do we hit the reset button?
Right. If we have
to. After the catastrophe that hits. So, could it be said that maybe the Denver airport is that the new Congress building for the after government?
Yes. Because I'm telling you, things like that, not even just after government, a government plan. I believe the Denver airport could be a facility that will house the government of the future in the event we're in some type of catastrophe or catastrophic event or some shit like that.
Okay.
But there are other places other than Denver. You know what I'm saying? Wyoming's got a place like that. California has places like that. Utah has places like that. Anywhere in the, say northern Midwest or Northwest, it's all flatlands or mountains.
Yeah.
So depending on how you see it, there are 1,000 stories you can get into on the Denver International Airport. If you haven't looked, I suggest you go check it out. Oh, we got some comments out there. Oh, that's Melissa.
So Melissa's trying to claim the extra budget was spent towards baggage network.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, see, she doesn't want to believe.
Just like Noah got to the bottom of the ocean, Brian.
Because the network activity collapsed during construction.
All right.
My wife's not a full believer. What can I say?
Oh, I get it. And I'm not saying I am either. I just find it fascinating and fun to go down these rabbit holes just if this were the case. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's possible. I think it's highly possible.
Right. Highly possible that there is some type of secret or governmental facility of some type.
Yeah.
That's back there.
I'm with you.
All right, Brian, another one. Kind of creepy. I know you didn't really do your research on this, but I would like to talk about this.
Another one.
And I don't know if I'm saying this correctly for all my Russians or whatever language this is out there, right? The Datalov Pass incident. Remember I was talking to you about this before?
This is one I'm not as familiar with.
Right. It's one of the most creepiest and still unsolved cases. Okay. In 1959, 10 hikers go onto this hike. They're going to do some type of study in the Ural Mountains. I don't know where that is. Soviet Union, I guess, or some shit like that. They go up there.
The Ural.
Whatever.
You gotta say it with that Ivan accent. The Ural.
Right. They go up there,
Ural
right?
Mountains.
Weather begins to drop. It gets to like negative 30 degrees. Or actually negative 22 degrees, negative 30 degrees Celsius. Right? So it's not very good weather. There's certain parts of the mountain they call Dead Mountain because it's very creepy. Things have gone up there. People have gone missing, stuff like that. There's a photograph. The last photograph taken. There's no sign of panic. It looks like everyone is just getting their camps situated and ready. All of a sudden, they don't hear from the hikers. They never arrive at their destination. They send out search teams. They're trying to find out what's up. They go and find the campground where they're supposedly been camping out. And what they find is tents that are collapsed, personal clothing.
So, not to cut short, but before we completely leave the Denver thing, my boy Adam, which let's give a shout out to Adam.
Oh, is that Adam with Gatekeeper?
Adam with Gatekeeper.
Hey, we went and took his class. Very good class. Learned some stuff
Defense,
on it.
Obviously, as a gun instructor, I'm going to say train with the duck. But you should always train with others because they always have different things.
We go out there. We always see different opinions, different styles.
We trained with Adam a couple weeks ago. Solid class. I put him on blast, did a cool video. But he said, everybody pin one place for a secret meeting. That's how the Ayatollah got killed. So there you go.
I mean, the man's got a point. You know what I'm saying?
See, our man Adam's on point over here.
Yeah. So, right, back to this little Datalov incident or whatever, right? They're in Siberia, okay? So it's already going to be cold.
See, even my mom, she has no doubt there's secret locations throughout the states.
Everywhere.
Of course there is.
Old missile silos. Hell, there's even some that are, like, up for sale. You want to buy a community of bomb bunkers?
Yeah.
Go check them out. They got these doomsday preppers that have been prepping for the last 20 years and then they die with no doomsday happening. Yeah. Available for purchase.
Yeah.
There are things out there you wouldn't believe. And real talk, I've been watching these, woodsmen, bushmen, whatever out there doing it themselves. As long as you know how to structurally
and
build.
I hate it because when you watch, like I think back to like the old Doomsday Prepper show on Discovery.
That was a dope show.
We like shows like that. But did you ever notice they always tried to kind of make them look a little like mentally unstable? They always try to, like, with tongue-in-cheek, kind of like, look at this crazy guy.
Well, okay, but you got to understand, too, right? They were trying to grasp
it's just like
straws.
everybody talks shit on rednecks here in Florida until the hurricanes hit. But who always has propane stocked away, who already has
Who's
food
the one that goes wrangle the gator when you guys are all fucking scared?
And they're the guys that after the hurricane, when nobody has power, they're set up in the driveway with a grill cooking for all the neighbors. Yeah. And all of a sudden, the crazy redneck is everybody's best friend. So, whatever. I digress.
You kind of throwing me off the plan.
Sorry,
here,
I'm sorry.
We're going over this
go
little
back to
scary incident.
The Ural Mountains. Go back to Ural Mountains.
Siberia.
Okay, I'm in Siberia.
Ural Mountains.
I'm there.
Winter expedition.
Winter.
10 hikers.
I'm walking
all of a
through
sudden
the snow.
didn't make destination. Okay?
Walking through the snow. Okay, I'm there.
The search happens.
Search happens.
They find the campgrounds where they were last seen.
Okay, I'm seeing a tent.
Right. The problem with the scene is as follows, right?
Okay.
Some of the tents are torn from the inside. Like they were trying to fight their way to get out. Okay?
Okay.
Weird in itself. It's negative 22 degrees outside. Why the fuck would you want to fight to go outside?
Okay.
As they continued the search, 60 to 80 feet, 100 feet away, whatever, was a large cedar tree. 2 bodies were located near there. Something was wrong with their body to where they were ripped, bit, or slashed open in places. Bodies were dismembered.
Okay.
The weird thing about it is for the temperature, right? We're out. It's negative 22 degrees. We know the temperature outside. We just climbed up there. So we have the gear to keep us warm. But when I find your body in my search, you are in underwear.
Okay.
You are in one shoe. You don't have any type of winter gear on.
Okay.
So your mind starts to wonder what the fuck would make somebody run for their life in negative 22 degree weather, damn near butt ass naked. And then the way the bodies are found. You want to hear my personal?
Go ahead.
Okay, and then
I'll give you my theory.
Right, this is going to be off the deep end, and I understand that, but I do believe in those type of areas of the mountain, you do have these, I don't know if you want to call them Bigfoot or
Sasquatches.
No, not so much. What's the snow version?
The Chupacabra?
No, the snow version.
Oh, the Abominable Snowman.
Right, the Abominable Snowman or something,
you see him
right?
every year in that Rudolph special.
Just for a second,
Cornelius,
imagine,
who was carrying a 45
right,
gun.
if there is some type of animal that learned its environment up there, it may have a lot of hair. It may be strong because it's constantly fucking climbing. And if you don't know what the fuck you are and it runs into it and it just eats you because you're...
So kind of a snow version of Predator.
I wouldn't go so much far as Predator because Predator was an alien from another planet.
Okay.
I think Bigfoot is not so much real in the concept that people think like it's Harry and the Henderson Bigfoot, but like an oversized orangutan could possibly be known as
my 4th of July shirt was a Sasquatch from America.
A Bigfoot, in my opinion.
So you want my theory on it?
Just like giants, but yes.
My theory, cabin fever. Because think, if you will, if you are not used to being in that type of harsh, extreme environment, could it create for you to go mentally just out there? And that maybe
I don't know, because
someone went Hannibal Lecter due to the cold, the isolation, the I can't handle this, the full-blown freak out.
One of them was found with their tongue ripped out.
Again, they went Hannibal Lecter.
I don't know, man. It's just the injuries, right? Their chest being crushed. Several of their skulls being crushed.
He was a big dude.
I mean, it's just the force you would need.
It's like
to
in
crush a
Boondock
human
Saints when he's
skull.
like, it was a big freaking guy. And he was a big guy.
Some were missing eyeballs and shit. Like, the big one, okay? Now, this is the big one. This is why I like this story. When they found bodies, right? Even after they had to wait a few months for the snow to melt, they found 4 more bodies. These are the ones that had all the real strange...
Were all the bodies accounted for? All the hikers accounted for?
I believe all 10 were found, yes, but all 10 were dead. But the problem is the separation.
Okay.
Some of them are 2 to 3 football fields away in a ravine. And they had to wait for that ravine to melt down for the bodies to be found. And then they're seeing they got missing eyeballs. They got their rib cages busted.
They were at the ravine trying to get, like, they were running a camp. And this dude snaps and just starts going to all the different people that are doing different things and just starts going on a killing spree. It's full-blown cabin fever.
I can see it.
It's full-blown cabin fever.
But at the same time, you're talking about these are all experienced climbers. They're all experienced expeditioners.
People snap, man. People snap.
I don't know, Brian.
Like
I think you're too quick to go to
Macho Man Randy
what
Savage.
makes sense in your mind
Snap
when there
like
are
a Slim
things
Jim.
that. How do you explain the body in the tree? How does he get that high up? How does he die? How does he have guts and limbs missing like it's a
They
bite
hang
mark?
with rope, man. They got rope. They're climbers.
So some of the theories out there,
I
right,
don't
to
know.
explain for them like doing a quick rush out is maybe there was an avalanche about to occur. And when that occurs, some of the injuries, the crushed skulls and shit, that could be a possibility.
And then your snow melts. So
As you
your
start
murder
getting
weapon
into
disappears.
more down the rabbit hole, right? Some people think maybe it's whatever government in Siberia, either some experimental creature or some experimental weapon that made them go crazy.
Are you telling me Russia would have some type of experimental thing in the middle of nowhere?
No, they would never, Brian.
It's not like they gave steroids to Ivan Drago to try to beat Rocky.
Hey, if he dies, he dies.
I'm just saying.
That was always a good comment. Oh, what we got? Oh, what up, Kiki? So that was one. And then obviously some people think it's aliens. Okay, Rapper, this is the biggest one, right? The 4 bodies they found in the ravine. This is why it's kind of strange.
Okay.
They were admitting radiation levels.
Ooh, okay.
And it got to the point where when the bodies were found and it was confirmed that they were emitting radiation, they had to like cordon the area off to figure out why the fuck or how the fuck these bodies were emitting radiation from their bodies. That's what makes the situation more so a mystery than anything else. Because the avalanche thing could possibly explain the injuries.
That adds a flavor.
The cabin fever shit could possibly explain the crushed skulls and shit. You never know. When a man is hyped up on PCP, this man is stronger than he's ever been before.
Yeah.
So who knows? But the radiation shit.
See, even the wife is saying maybe somebody hopped up on bath salts.
Maybe. Or the theory is they were not a winter expedition team, but a scientific team going up somewhere to test something.
So, Russia being Russia, maybe they were out in the middle of nowhere to do experiments. It went bad, and that's their cover-up.
That's where I feel it's going. Because it's like, well, where was their research paper on what they were trying to
And Melissa,
check out?
Doesn't radiation make you go crazy?
Maybe. I don't know the whole story.
Maybe
I'm
someone
giving
got
you
like
the
some
story
hope
from what Russia was giving us. It is just a still unsolved mystery.
Didn't the big green
that
dude?
is kind of creepy.
I think they call him Hulk, the big green dude. Was it from exposure to radiation?
Right? I mean,
Could be a Russian Hulk.
could be.
A Rolk.
A Rolk. I don't know about all that. I just found that story to be rather amusing.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying? And it is outside of our jurisdiction as far as country-wise. It's something that happens somewhere else. And a lot of times, some other countries are a little bit more open with, UFOs or UAPs or whatever the fuck type of sightings you want to
Russia's
call
known
it.
for cover-ups.
But I'm saying they're also more open with what exactly fucking happened. There are some stories that are in like Russian newspapers and shit that if you just read the general story, this dude is telling you about his alien encounter. It's not like they're covering up anything. It's not in a tabloid. It's in their actual newspaper like regular news.
See? Melissa, who's always trying to prove us wrong, and she's always Googling stuff. I love my wife, but she's Miss Google. Extreme radiation can cause acute neurological symptoms, confusion, and delirium. So I'm not going to lie. Your theory of maybe they were out there doing
something outside
testing?
of some winter expedition.
And what year was this?
59.
What year was the Cold War?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Now you're
Google
asking
it. We
me.
got a computer.
50-something.
What year was the Cold War?
I got to get to my chat GB tizzle.
Just Google it. What year line was the Cold War?
Maybe it's right along the times of when that incident occurred. 47 and 91.
See, and that's when Russia was doing all kind of crazy shit to try to be.
I feel like they're using this as a, hey, let's pretend it's an alien story because we fucked up so badly and it was caught.
Yeah.
But we have stories like that here too. The same thing like with what's the Skinwalker Ranch?
Oh yeah.
When it's got the little plateau where people are fucking throwing money, or the Oak Island fucking money pit. That shit blows my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know how we can't figure out with today's technology how to get deeper into a hole when we're right next to water and we can just flush it. I don't know.
Just like they can't find Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah, but it's just The Oak Island is another. Maybe we'll do that next week. That's another one to really dive into. A lot of people have poured a lot of money into this place, and a lot of horrific things.
Oak Island, I think at this point, is funded by Discovery Channel.
Okay, but
no different than how many freaking, and I have lost more hours of my life for them to find Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, because they used to do those stupid specials.
I think that's real.
We're gonna find Nessie.
Oh no! Don't you remember they had the Bigfoot ones where we're tracking Bigfoot and hell, Joe Rogan even did it for a little bit. They were really trying to track Bigfoot.
I have lost so many hours of my life watching some fat European dude go around a lake going, nope, he's not here. Nope, he's not here. Like,
does that look like a Bigfoot foot?
It pissed me off so bad,
Bigfoot's foot's a whale at you. Then why are you showing me it?
Yeah, it pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, I never got into the Bigfoot things. I told you. I feel like they actually, same thing with giants, right? But not in the perception or the way people assume. I'm not saying giants of 40 feet tall existed. Mother Nature says hello. I'm not saying 40 feet tall giants existed. But even with today, right? If you take someone like Shaquille O'Neal and picture a village of Shaquille O'Neals, right? They're all breeding with each other, so they're all going to be tall.
Yeah.
And then picture a village of Kevin Harts. All of them are producing Kevin Harts. So you got your whole community is 5'5". If a dude is 5'6", he's a giant in your community. But then people in the Shaq community are 7'2".
Well, even if you look at the average height 200 years ago to today, like prime example here in Florida, we have St. Augustine. If you go out to the fort and you walk through their doorways are like 5'2". So you got to like kneel down and get through all the doorways because their people were short. Because back then, people were short.
I'm with you. That's where I get into when they're like, oh, you think giants are real? Like, yes, but not in the way you're saying giants are real.
Yeah.
Just like the whole shit with like the Watchers and the fallen angels and the Book of Enoch and all these others. Yeah. Like, you can correlate a lot of things.
I'm with you.
To what's happening just on the earth. And you can kind of, with the Watchers, for example, right? How many fallen angels were there? 200, right? If you go around geographically on this earth, there are 200 craters around the world. Is it funny that there's 200 fallen angels that match the number? I don't know. What do you consider a crater? I don't know. Does it have to go a certain depth of impact in? I don't know. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of things that you can correlate just by doing some research.
It's mighty scapicious.
It is mighty scapicious, my good sir.
Mighty
scapicious. But we'll save the fallen angels for another episode because I do deep dives into that motherfucker. I've done the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilee, all them side books that were in the Dead Sea Scrolls and all that shit. I have deep dived into that, and I can understand why.
Yeah, that's been your little
the
pet
church
project.
Wouldn't want that in there, but we don't have to go into that now. We're gonna
that's
stay
been your
away
pet
from religion
project
right
for
now.
years.
It's just I find it interesting, right? Because my general upbringing when I was a child, my mother, right? She is religious. She is all about
God. Have I met your mother?
God will provide, you know what I'm saying? Jesus will protect me, I understand that she's doing her job as a Christian believer. She's passing on the good word. I get that. It is harder for me to have that blind faith. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I can't justify it in my world.
Let me ask you this. What's the point of faith?
Oh, see, I don't know. That's
the
like
point
a
of faith?
Religious question, I guess, because I'm not really into religion.
Is faith there to give you a positive outlook on the world?
I think faith is there to help assist you with your outlook on the world.
Because having faith, having hope, I think is the pursuit of happiness.
I don't think that's real.
What is happiness?
That's what I was about to get at. Because depending on who you're speaking to, the gentleman out there, you know what I'm saying?
Is it a gangster 1911 collection?
You see what I'm saying? His happiness is owning every 1911 ever assembled in the world. That's not my happiness.
Not every, just the cool ones.
Whatever. That's not my happiness. My happiness is sitting in my garage, enjoying a cigar, watching bowling or an anime show that I enjoy, or sitting with my best friend and just having conversation. That's for my happiness. Having a night with my wife, just us, having a good time. No sexual thoughts at all, just having a good time with each other. That's what I feel brings me joy.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So not everyone's joy levels are the same. So, segueing into that, Brian, I do want to ask you kind of more into the manosphere now, as some of you ladies out there would like to call it.
I happen to be a man.
The red pill, if you will.
Some would even say the man. Go ahead.
So since we are out here trying to promote and help the younger men out there step into manhood, or the men of our age dealing with, some type of electrical issues.
Poe got out.
Why is my dog's outside? Technical difficulties. Signals going. Could be my internet too.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that's pause there. Think we got our recording here, so y'all will not miss skip a beat.
We are recording.
The live did come back, but it is raining out here. We're having some
we're in crappy weather
difficulties.
right now.
But anyways, back to what I was trying to say before we were rudely interrupted. For the men of today out there, Brian.
Okay.
Right? I would like to give them a sense of how...
We are back on Instagram.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
For the general men out there today, even men of our age, say they're dealing with stuff that they don't necessarily tell the world.
We want to say our age?
I don't give a fuck, man. I'm 42 years old. I don't give a shit.
I'm going to be 40 in a week.
I could give two shits. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, because I'm a man myself who's been dealing with a lot of stuff, and I feel like because I don't get a chance to voice what I'm dealing with sometimes, it becomes a problem. And if I allow that, just stuff it down, and it's going to be all right if you don't pay attention to it, is it the same as having that individual that you can just talk to?
So, does the modern man concept conflict with us considering ourselves conservative? Because conservative manhood is suck it up, deal with it. Men do not complain, men do not cry, men do not worry about it.
Right.
We fight our battles
right
in the shadows. So,
but
could it be said that for us to say we don't get to voice what bothers us as men is us being the conservative man?
Yeah, but don't you think that's associated with your upbringing? The reason we say men shouldn't cry, the reason, we've heard men should not be talking about their feelings and shit is because that's how our upbringing was. We were told that. So as we grew up, and as most men know when they grow up, they're told, you don't cry. You do that shit in the privacy of your own bathroom, your own home, whatever. You don't show people your emotions, all that shit. Men suck it up. Men deal with it. Men have to fucking just strive through it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is if, for our example, right, my father was the same rate. You know what I'm saying? We've talked to other people of later years, and they're on some, we don't do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't talk about our feelings. We don't talk about what's bothering us. We don't talk about our demons. We just deal with them.
Okay.
And I get that, but I'm a little younger than that generation by about 20 years. You know what I'm saying? My dad is 64. I don't really see it like that because, as well as you know, right, with the shit that I've been dealing with, it has helped me voice it out. It has helped me get it out there when I'm talking to someone. Not necessarily a doctor, which for most people out there, let's be real, you fucking need to talk to a doctor. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all out there. But just having that, Brian, to be able to bounce off, hey, am I being an asshole? Hey, should I be struggling with this as a man? Why am I struggling with this as a man?
I want you to notice we started talking shit about religion. Look at the sky opening up outside.
Yeah.
See, that's God coming at you.
Oh, you a believer also? Did my mama get you, Brian?
I don't know, maybe.
She'll love that day, I'll tell you that much. But I don't know, man. I feel like it's because of it was our upbringing. We were told to pack it in.
So you know that I'm a firm believer every man needs an outlet.
Yes.
Every man, they talk about on Instagram, you always see all these videos talking about every man needs a confidant. Every man needs something or somebody in his life that can make him laugh. And if you can have one person that are those multiple roles, that's a gift. And I feel that's where you and I are very unique in our friendship because I think you and I check a bunch of boxes for each other.
Well, see, I didn't know that I checked boxes for you that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
And then on the same token, you check boxes for me that I
Well,
wouldn't necessarily just hand out to anyone.
And hopefully you don't take offense to this, and I don't think you will. But the reality of it is, let's be real, over the years, I mean, for lack of a better way to say it, you're more fucked up than I am.
Oh, 1,000%.
So you've had to lean on me.
I know it. You know it. You know it.
Yeah.
And you definitely fucking know it.
You've had to lean on me a lot more, I think, over the years.
Yes.
Up until recently, because let's face it, now that we are living closer to each other, we see each other daily, we work together, I think some of my daily struggles, not that I kept them from you, you just weren't in my life enough to see them. And when we did see each other, your struggles kind of overshadowed my struggles.
See, and I do feel bad about that too, because I didn't feel like we always needed to worry about me.
But don't, because I've been okay with that. But the reality of it is,
Hi, Amber!
By us checking those boxes for each other, we've given each other that outlet.
Yes.
And like this podcast, I mean, one of our goals with this is to be this room of comfort for the manly men. You know, to say it's okay. You know what? Shit, you're having a bad fucking day. You're feeling overwhelmed.
Right. I'm not saying let's sit here in a kumbaya circle and cry our feelings away. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I feel it does help when other men are like, you know what, man? I'm dealing with the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I struggle with trying to perform as a father for my children too. I sell myself short. Even when everyone else around me is telling me, you're a great father, I don't feel that way. I struggle with that with my wife. You know, I was a trucker for 13 years. I wasn't at home a lot. My children had to be raised by their mother, most likely, because I was not there. Yeah, I'm over the phone. Yeah, I'm FaceTiming, helping with homework, but I'm not physically present. So I'm telling my wife that there are times in my life where I feel like I was half a father to my children. Because I was there for all the important stuff, but I wasn't there for all the little shit. And I feel like the little shit is what outweighs the important shit.
But I think as men, and again, the conservative concept of being a man is we lead by example, not by conversation. We show our sons how to be a man.
Right.
We don't tell them how to be a man.
Well, I'm telling them what is expected of a man, and I'm showing him it in real time in my life.
Yeah.
How I am with his mother. How I am when we're out in public. You know what I'm saying? How I treat other people. How I hold myself. I don't change myself for nobody. I may have to curb my language from time to time. But as far as who I am as a person, he knows it better than anybody. You are getting the 100% me. I'm telling you exactly how I feel every time. There's no question about, I don't know if Joel really felt that way. Yep, that's exactly how the fuck he felt without changing any type of wording.
Yeah.
You just have enough time served with me that you can kind of filter through all the bullshit to get to the real message of it all.
Yeah.
And I think where I struggle with a lot of people is, they don't know the other side of it all. They only see the...
Well, and you and I are a yin and yang in the aspect of you're quick to look at what's wrong, where I try to always stay focused on the positive. I mean, and I think that is part of the dynamic of our brotherhood.
I don't do positive very well, you know that.
Where for me, like, I kind of go by the motto of force yourself to smile long enough, you'll do it naturally. You know, and bad days are how we know when we're having a good day.
And I'm the one where if I don't feel like smiling, I'm not going to fucking smile.
Yeah. You and I just look at things differently.
Right. But at the same time, too, it's that whole perception thing. Like, I don't want people to perceive anything but what I'm actually dealing with. Like, I know how to curb it while I'm at work. I know how to turn it down, but
I feel
it's still my everyday life.
By sometimes being on the negative, I'm pulling those I care about. Like, I would never want my wife or my son to have to feel the burdens that I feel.
I'm with you there.
You know, so for me, it's like putting a game face on. You know, when you're in front of them, you know, and even though my wife, who I should be able to be as raw and unfiltered as possible, I still feel there's an expectation there. Because let's be real, and the women of the world can argue this all day long.
They will.
Men are loved conditionally.
1,000%.
No woman wants to come home to a man who every day is bitching and complaining and the world sucks.
Right. The life is too much.
No woman wants to come home to that.
Work was so much on me. I need a break.
Where women, it's the norm for them to come home with that. And the big joke is, men always want to fix women's problems. Well, yeah, because traditionally that's always been our role. But in the modern world where modern feminism is kicking into play, where now it's, women can be independent. Well, you don't want to be independent. You don't want to take the burdens that men have.
Well, see,
you want the perks of manhood.
No. I think what it is
they want the good without the work.
They publicize the women that want that. They publicize the women that want to do the work with the men. But what they don't publicize is the women that talk about equality.
I'm an independent woman. Yeah, right. But she's still married to a man.
Yeah. I mean,
she still has a man. Taylor Swift just married a man.
Ooh, we about to piss off these Swifties.
But the reality of it is as men, I think it's now starting to become more mainstream, and I think this circles back to where you started with this. This is where we can have that outlet.
Right.
Because I can't have that outlet at home. Because if my wife is coming home emotional, worked up, worn down from her day, and I go, babe, I'm going through it too. Like, who wants that as a companion? And that's not my role in the marriage. My role in the marriage is to be the stone she can lean on.
Right.
My role in the marriage is to be that person that she can say, you know what, bet, I can lay it at his feet and he will take that burden for me. All right?
Yeah, but shouldn't you have some time where you get to
100%
lay off
the
weight for a bit?
But that's the balance. But let's be real. Can we ever 100% open up to what we're going through to our women?
Fuck no.
So we still got to filter.
We've talked about that before, though. Like, my wife understands that too. I don't tell my wife everything because then she's just going to worry more.
Correct.
And she worries enough just knowing, 40% of my issues.
Because women aren't going to solve it with logic. Women are going to solve it with emotion. So now we're doubling the emotion. And is that going to be productive? Not at all.
I just feel like
emotion has never accomplished anything.
For the men of today, I'm talking to y'all out there, for my watchers out there, right? Male camaraderie is important, man. It's even been proven by science.
Damn right it is.
At least 2 days of male camaraderie a week is healthy for the male mind. Like, look it up. Go Google it if you want to. Just having that time to shoot the shit with your boys, complain about your wives, complain about your day without getting the repercussions of whatever your wife's comments would be. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to have someone bust your balls for a little bit helps the male psyche kind of.
And I'm a firm believer, men that don't harass each other are not true brothers.
But not only that, is I think the men who don't get that are the betas. Because they don't know. If they're not getting that from their boys, they're not building that inner wall to fucking, bounce that shit off of their skin.
Not at all.
And that's what I think the problem with today's men is, to be honest with you. You've had the last 4 or 5 years of this, women can do everything men can do, and you got to fucking step down and give us our respect and ba. And now you got all these dudes that are, dude, whatever you want to. Yeah, my sugar bear gets whatever she wants.
No.
It's like, all right, but are you happy? Like, are you getting what you want? My happiness is just as important as my wife's happiness. I promise you that.
For example, what is the equivalent phrase? And there isn't one. I mean, there might be joking ones out there. Happy wife, happy life. There's no equivalent phrase the opposite way.
Right. How do you rhyme with
because
husband?
Let's face it.
How do you rhyme with hubby?
That is the standard.
Yeah.
That is the standard.
Yeah, but why is the standard always her happiness?
But that's the reality.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not shitting on you ladies, okay? Don't get me wrong. And I'm not saying, fellas, don't make your wives happy. You should try to make your wife happy. That's the point of a marriage.
It's your job as a man.
But what I'm saying is, why has it become socially accepted
hold on. But what is
that
happy?
The man has to ensure his wife's happiness, but not the other way around?
But what is happy? Is happy buying them everything they want? Or is happy providing the safety and confidence that they're coming home to a sturdy home every day?
I think that depends on the woman. Because there are some women out there that want that material life. They want the Benzes. They want the.
And I think that's where
oh,
women.
Daddy, can I spend $500? Like,
Yeah.
that's all well and good if that's the life you want. I don't want that.
Anymore?
I don't want my wife to have. I don't want her calling me to go spend money. I want her to be with me. I want her to enjoy the moment with me. I don't want to not be around, but her be with me because I got money.
Create moments.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like with what we've been dealing with over the last few years with COVID and lockdowns and people being shuttered in and a lot more voices opening up on social media.
And do you know that divorce rates went through the roof during COVID?
Yeah, you want to know why? Because you're stuck with each other. And you have to be like this every day.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're really fucking annoying.
So women realized they were with men for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, but not only that, I hate to say it to you ladies, but I think it's like 51% of divorces are started by the woman.
Oh, it's more than that.
Just saying.
Look it up. Look it up.
The percentage
What
of
percentage
divorce
of
rate.
divorces are initiated by the wife?
Right, let's see. So what percentage
Look that up.
of divorce is initiated by the woman?
And by the way, all divorce, 100% of divorces stem from marriage. Tells you everything you need to know.
I mean, I'm just getting to a point now where 69 to 70% of divorces are done by women in the United States of America. So
I've told my wife.
70%.
I've told my wife, she wants to get rid of me, she's got to initiate the divorce.
And not only that,
I will not.
My argument is go do the research, right? Go see some of the grievances that these women are putting down for reasons to get divorced.
Look it up.
Oh, I'm sure they're gonna
Top 5 reasons women file for divorce.
No, it's gonna give me the reasoning right here. Okay, so some of the reasons, more often than not, women file for divorce.
Okay.
May be less satisfied with unequal divisions of household labor and childcare.
Okay.
Meaning, you lazy bitches don't want to clean the fucking house and cook food. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Women may be more likely to leave relationships involving abuse, infidelity, or chronic conflict. I'll give you that. If this nigga slapping you around, get the fuck out of there. I'm not going to be mad at you for that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say stick around in a relationship where you're getting beaten the
And
hell
you're
out.
not with a man at that point.
Right.
Men don't beat on women.
Greater financial independence means more women can leave unhappy marriages because the husband makes money than previous generations.
But here's the reality. Women get their money from the divorce from men.
Oh, yeah.
Alimony is never the opposite way.
Don't get me started on that, because all you women might be, oh, there's women billionaires out there. There's women that have
Oprah,
money.
The only female
Go check.
that has ever made her own money,
Go check for yourself.
top 10 richest females, the only one that made her own was Oprah. Everybody else, from a man.
They got it from their father, from their grandfather, from their husband,
Trust funds.
from their trust funds. Like, I'm not saying it's us saying this. It is just the statistics that are out there when you look at the most
Because
women
men
billionaires.
provide. And don't get me wrong. My wife, financially, her and I are on par. You know? But the reality of it is, again, our dynamic of our marriage, traditional values would be, she comes home, she's had a bad day. I'm not going to sit there crying and bring all my problems to her. Even though
If
she
you
wants
could
me
have
to.
it your way, would your wife be working?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
I bust my ass every day to work towards her being able to
If we
quit her
had the
job.
financial ability to not have our wives work, do you think I would want my wife working?
I will never understand the concept of a stay-at-home dad. I will never in a million years
I told you,
understand.
those are where them babies come into
I
play.
love my son more than anything on this planet. But I would never in a million years want to be an example to him of a stay-at-home dad that doesn't work and doesn't have money coming in. Now, if we won the lotto, both me and Melissa are not working.
Right,
fine.
and I'm not saying there ain't situations out there where, hey, your lady makes the fucking money, you have no problem watching your kids, and you're an awesome dad, do you? I'm not saying I have an issue with that. I'm just saying me personally.
No, I
if
can't.
my wife was the
can't be that
breadwinner,
example.
I would still be out there trying to get some type of finances of my own.
Yeah.
Because I have to feel like I'm
If I won the lotto
accomplishing
tomorrow, I would still teach. I'd still do classes. I wouldn't hump as hard as I do, but
Oh no, we would
I
have,
would have to work.
more gangster of classes because
Yeah.
now we have money.
yeah, because
You know
we'd
what
have
I'm saying?
some cool stuff.
Oh, what up, Ollie Rod? Hey, that's a high school friend, y'all. For just seeing that, my boy Ollie Rod. I've known that man since what? Freshman year, junior year,
What up,
sophomore
player?
year high school, freshman year high school. We were in ROTC together. He actually won, what was it, prom king or whatever for a military ball. Congratulations to him. Thanks for stopping in.
Is it prom king? Military balls the same?
No, so we had military ball instead of prom because we didn't really do the prom thing. We had to dress in our class A's, so we were in our, my ROTC was Army, so we were in our class A's, which were greens.
Yeah.
And,
I wore a Scooby-Doo tie to my
right. We had
my
what
prom.
was considered like a prom king. You would put up. It was actually me and him going at it, and he beat me up. We were, you put up. Hey, I'm running.
You were in the.
Yeah, me and it. Listen to me. We
Must
even
be
did
some
it.
Goofy looking.
We
motherfucker.
did it as a joke, right? We were like, "Fuck it, we'll go for it. Why not?" Right? He got way more votes than I did because he was dope, man. He was a cool ass dude in high school. Had fun with him. We were all throughout ROTC together. He is a family man himself, military man himself. So
So one of my boys
good
here
to see you, brother.
talking about 9 out of 10 women get their money from divorce, of top women, like money wise. And
I'm
then
just saying, people, it's
he
information
said
on the
point
internet.
blank,
I'm not saying this. The
he was
internet
a
is.
stay-at-home dad for 2 years, but the entire time he was hustling because, again, that's just the nature of being a man.
Right, and I just know as a man, it sucks just to sit at home. I can't do it. I would bang my head against a concrete wall.
Can't do it.
If I had to sit at home all day.
No.
Now, I can understand you got kids to raise and shit, do you. But if I'm just sitting here by my lonesome and you're telling me I got to do that every day, all day, and
Never.
I'm not going to try to do anything, I don't know, guys. That'd be a little crazy to me. Oh, Amber got a big one. What? Okay, if anyone fails to provide for his own, and especially for those of his own family, he has denied the faith by disregarding the
Precepts.
and is worse than an unbeliever. Damn right. So if y'all don't know, Amber
took
is
it
my
the
wife's
biblical
best
route.
friend. She is also very religious. She
Yep.
actually helps me kind of see through things sometimes when I'm struggling. She's helped us out a lot.
I've never met you, Amber, but I feel like I know you.
You guys will get along great. She was actually the reason why we went down to go to Hawaii to go see her because her husband is in the Marines.
tolerate
And they
you,
were,
so we got a connection.
yeah, whatever. But anyway, so I don't know, man. I feel like with the way that things are going in this day and age for men, it is like an uphill battle harder than it was before.
You know why?
Because now it's like having to prove you're a man on top of actually living out the life.
Because men are taking more risk than we ever have.
Wait, what do you mean?
Men are at a point, like you ever watch that girl Pearl? She
Oh, the little redhead chick?
Yeah, the redhead chick. She goes on these
Pearly
things.
things or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she talks about, like prime example. Woman gets pregnant. She doesn't want the burden of the kid. Fine. She goes and gets an abortion.
Yeah.
She does want the kid. Man doesn't. 18 years, I'm stuck with child support. Whether I will have a choice or not.
I mean, I've never been a fan of child support like that anyway.
Okay? Alimony. Like we were talking about before. You never see alimony, female paying a male. It's always male paying female. Like she advocates a lot. Why should men get married? Because the entire contract of marriage, and I know I'm taking a lot of the romance out of it, and I'm sorry for that, but whatever. But the entire contract of marriage is to benefit the woman. If God forbid that marriage ends. Men are taking more risk as a male in today's age than they ever have. Because anything that we get involved with, it's us that's going to take the hit. Nobody else ever takes the hit. I'm just saying. I'm not worried about it. I am grateful that I waited until my mid-30s to finally get married. Because I think back to some of the women that I was with in the past, and they would have ran me through the cleaners. God forbid we actually did. I did put a ring on it.
Oh, yeah. Trust
But
me,
at the end of the day,
I know.
my wife, and I know she's on here watching, she makes my eye twitch on a daily basis. But at the end of the day, I love her with the entirety of my being.
Yeah.
And I know she loves me with the entirety of hers. And like we talked about my business, she recognizes my business was way before her. God forbid we divorce, that's my business. We didn't need an official prenup. We did a joking prenup.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't worry about that with her. I don't think it's in her. I might be wrong in that, and whatever, that day should never come.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That day should never come. I'm not worried about arguing.
I've never been in a position where I've had enough money to worry about my wife taking it from me.
But
nor do I think if I had that type of money, I'd probably give it to her anyway.
But that's the reality. Everything that men provide during the marriage, they have to give up a level of it upon the termination of that marriage.
Yeah.
Women, they don't worry about that. Just like you can have 50-50 custody of your children, but yet you're still paying child support to your wife or ex-wife. Well, if it's 50-50, why am I paying child support?
Why am I paying child support? I'm not a fan of child support. I told you that. I told my wife, God forbid anything
no
ever
sense
happen,
to me.
she will never need to put me on child support. You will get the money you need for my children. I promise you. I don't need no government telling me to pay money for my children.
Oh, I got more comments here. Here we go. DNA test at birth.
Rain is fucking killing me now because I can't get this thing going.
Oh, here. This one's been working.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like with today's day and age, the shit that we've been dealing with, it's more harm than good for the general men's psyche. So that's
my boy here, DNA test at birth before men can be held responsible. And I actually did read a study about this not too long ago. He brings it up. I don't know if that number's accurate. 60% of men are not the fathers of the men that they're paying child support, or of the kids they're paying child support for. Look that up.
Shut the fuck up.
How many men are paying child support to not their child? And he says right here, been single for 2 years because the dating pool's dog shit. And he says, I lucked out with an awesome wife. I could not agree more. Let's see here.
Okay, so 20 to 30% according to ChatGPT.
Yeah, 20 to 30. Think about that. 20 to 30% of men are paying child support for a child that isn't theirs.
So they had a wife. Math.
So they had a wife or a woman that was unloyal, and that cold-hearted bitch made them pay money because the man they chose to screw around with, they knew wasn't good enough to pay shit. Think about that for a second.
It's already making my blood boil, and it's not even happening to me.
Whoa!
If, right? For an example, right?
That justifies murder. I'm sorry.
Say I have questions on whether or not one of these children are mine, and I get a DNA test, and they tell you, no, he not.
And here's the reality.
I think my brain would
There are no laws on the books, and somebody can research me and try to prove me wrong. There are no laws on the books where that woman is going to be held legally responsible for that lie.
No.
There are no laws on the books
to
protect a man against a woman hustling him.
Especially in Florida, that's the issue.
That's horseshit.
They'll use whatever excuse to make the guy seem like he was more horrible.
How'd you kill my one working lighter?
It gave me flames for a second. Oh, there you go. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of.
But again, men take all the risk. Men take all the risk. Just saying. Women don't take risks.
You sound a little bitter, Brian.
I'm just saying, women are protected.
All right. One more subject, and this is going to be a fun one for all you out there because we are gun lovers. So, Brian, scenario for you.
Scenario.
Right? Because I don't know if you people have been watching, but lately, there have been a lot more zombie-esque incidences happening throughout the world. If you haven't seen them, go check them out in Russia, in Yugoslavia.
Yeah, I actually follow a page on Instagram.
There's a video of some dude that looks
zombie
like
occurrences.
He's jawing at the mouth. He notices he's being watched. He all of a sudden chases this dude down at like Mach 1 speed, slams into the vehicle, dents it in and everything on the hood, gets up and runs off like nothing ever happened.
See, even Amber. Steven says women are not built for accountability.
My man, Steven.
See, I already like her more and more.
Hey, that's Amber's husband. He is a Marine. He is on our side, I promise you. He thinks like we do.
I'm digging
and you're right, sir. That is probably one of the biggest buzzwords for women is accountability. Especially when you tell them to have some. when it comes to certain situations, or you try to break down a situation to where you're letting them know how they screwed up, and all of a sudden, instead of taking accountability, they try to bounce it back on you. Well, you did this. Well, I do that because you did this. I'm not a big fan of the tit for tat shit. Yeah. You do this, so I do this. That just causes more problems on the back end. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How far do you take it? You know, you do this. Also, you spend money, I spend money. You go on a trip, I go on a trip. You tell me a lie, I tell you a lie. You see what I'm saying? Like, where does it go? How far do you take it? It's just, I don't like that. Yeah. I'm more open to, I'd rather let my wife know what's going on and let her try to decipher it than kind of give her the sugar-coating, beat around the bush explanation. It makes it a little easier, at least for me,
for
knowing
you,
that.
Not for her.
I was just saying that if you just shut the fuck up, it's easier for me to get everything out, knowing that she actually heard me say the words that I wanted to say with the problem that I am having.
We feel you, Jotty. We feel you, Jotty.
Oh, what'd she say? Oh,
you know the struggle you deal with.
I thought she was in there talking. It is a struggle. It is a struggle. That's why I give my wife all the credit in the world. That's why every time he gives me shit about how much I pamper her and all this, because she deserves it. Because I put this woman through 20 years of hell that y'all have never seen.
And I'm approaching 20 years of dealing with this
And the fact
guy.
that she is still here.
I don't
See,
know how.
Amber knows. She's been around 20 years. This woman has stuck around through all my bullshit. The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. So in my mind, my wife deserves everything I can give her because she has shown me without a shadow of a doubt that she has my back 1,000%.
See, my mom, she's even getting on here. Who raised Brian? My mother and my grandmother and some amazing father figures.
You're right. Yeah. See, again, we're not saying all women deal with this.
Because it takes a village.
It does. It does.
But my mom was an awesome mom. I can't even talk shit. My mom was an awesome mom.
He does have good stories.
Me. She beat me.
Hey, my mom beat me.
All the time.
Okay.
Beat me. I still have scars. Emotionally and physically.
Maybe you were raised Hispanic and just didn't know it.
I grew up in Little Puerto Rico.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
your mom just
went off of, well, I know they beat their kids. Let me beat my kid.
Adobo and Cezanne was in the air.
First of all, don't ever say fucking Cezanne again because I will fucking burn.
How do you say it?
It's sazon.
That's what I said.
No, it is not what you said.
Tomato.
You're going to give me a brain aneurysm. You really are. All right, moving on, sir. Because I think this is a fun topic since we do live close to each other. Okay. Right, back to the little zombie-esque incidents that have been happening. Yeah. Right?
Before you go down this road, let me say this. From someone who's been in the gun community as an instructor for over a decade, zombie used to be like the hype thing for the gun community. Where it was like everything was the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know, it's like back when cell phones, everything was titanium, you know, or 3G. It was a hype term. So I'm a little touchy on the zombie topic. But anyways, go ahead.
Damn, hold on. Amber is dropping something. So she said, he says, so Steven says, women are not built for accountability based on the factors of social currency differences, but men and women, the legal infrastructure and societal expectations are different for men and women.
Yeah.
Yes. We were talking about that already. Just the way a man has to hold himself.
You will never hear a man say to another man, get rid of that bitch because he a broke-ass bitch. Or she a broke-ass bitch.
Right.
But you will hear a woman say to her female friend,
right,
get rid of that broke-ass man.
Yeah. A man has no problem taking a woman out of McDonald's. At all.
Straight up.
But I promise you there are women out there that I work at McDonald's. Oh, get the fuck away.
Your man work at McDonald's? Ass. Shit, why you dealing with that man? All the time.
We have no problem doing that.
Expectations.
But that's the difference. And we try to show y'all the difference, and then y'all just get mad.
Men are loved conditionally. Women are not loved conditionally. Simple as that.
Sometimes it hurts to hear. I'm not going to lie. When you put it like that, it's like, man, I feel like I do a lot.
Men are loved conditionally.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I do enough for my family that I should be loved unconditionally. And I'm not saying that I feel like my wife loves me conditionally or anything. I'm just saying for that to be a societal norm, it's like a punch in the dick for fellas. You know what I'm saying? Because I promise you, there are dudes out there, and I know you're out there, that are like, man, I bust my ass for my family. I do what I'm
See,
supposed
even
to.
Amber says she don't want no scrub. See?
It's just.
I mean, look at all the songs that are out there about shit like that, though.
Yeah.
I don't want no scrub. Show me one country song by a dude, because country songs are always like,
no, I'm sure there's some
I lost
type
my
of,
trailer, my dog got ran over by a pickup.
No, but I'm
it's
saying
always the sad
I'm
shit.
sure there's a
but
song
it's never
out
my
there.
woman is broke, so I got rid of her. No, never in the history of ever. Anyways, go ahead.
What's that song? My friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch.
But he stays with her.
He tells me
Is she a
every
bitch?
day.
But you still stay with her.
Yeah, you're right.
Just saying.
Because he is still with her. All right, so to the fun stuff, because you want to keep going back to this fucking women thing, and I'm trying to get away from this. You sound very angry right now.
Whatever.
Yeah, you do.
Equality pisses me off.
Hey, control your emotions.
I will retard
You're right.
my anger.
Back to fucking the segue of zombies again.
I am full retard.
If you haven't seen the incidents, go look them up. There are some crazy things happening around the world where I don't know if it's bath salts or a new drug called Fleek or whatever the fuck, or Flocka. Flocka.
Yeah, Flocka was the big thing for a while.
You know, zombie-esque type behaviors. But, Brian, since we live half a mile away from each other, if by some chance tomorrow we get this news alert, zombies are real, be on guard, what is our first move? What is it you're doing first? First 24 hours, what are you trying to accomplish?
Get a hold of loved ones, create a rally point, and
Secure all weapon and ammo.
inventory, not just weapons. And I know everybody thinks weapon and ammo because of who I am, but supplies as a whole.
Well, we have like go bags and stuff.
And
ready.
who's bringing what to the table? You know, like who has food stockpiles? Like obviously everybody's going to look to me for weapons and ammo.
Yeah.
Because yes, I have a shit ton of weapons and ammo.
Yeah.
But I also have food stockpile.
Right.
You know, but obviously having a 2-year-old, I got to worry about supplies for him. You know, so
yeah, but if you
the
gain
first
those
24
supplies,
hours has to be that checklist of what supplies do we have, what do we not have, and how can we effectively acquire it.
Okay. Weapons of choice. Now remember, I'm not talking about you having 13 guns on you, Brian. I want you to be realistic. A pistol, a rifle or shotgun, a secondary.
Okay, so you break it down. This is a huge thing in the gun community.
I know.
Carry gun, mid-range, long-range. My carry gun, as much as I love my 1911s, Glock 17. Okay?
What?
Yep. As much as I love them.
Stop the press, people. Today, July 7th at 7 whatever p.m.
It's July 8th, by the way.
This man just chose a Glock over a 1911.
You know why? Because
Functionality.
No, because
Reliability.
zombie apocalypse. No, because I have reliable 1911s. 9mm ammo is easier to access.
I'll give you that.
Okay. The ability to find magazines, support system around that gun is going to be a whole lot more.
I'll give you that.
In the open environment.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Now we're getting
Than
into
a 1911.
practical, Brian.
Yep.
Practical, yes.
As far as mid-range, shotgun. I am not about the AR. As much as I love my lever actions. Lever action might come into play for a little bit of my distance option. Because realistically, everybody thinks about distance as like a bolt action at 500 yards. What zombie apocalypse threat is going to be at 500 yards? Zombie apocalypse threat max distance is going to be maybe 100 yards. I can be accurate, even iron sights with a lever action.
Hold on.
Hold on. I can be accurate out to 100 yards with a lever action. That's easy. All right. Also, ammo availability. I have lever actions that are 357, which means 357 and 38 becomes ammo option, which are two very common rounds. So that's easy to supply. Even more so than, say, 308. Everybody's going to be fighting for 223 because everybody's going to be on the AR kick. I don't want to be fighting others for what everybody else is already fighting for. So more than likely, I'm going to go Glock 17, 12-gauge shotgun for my close range long gun which 12 gauge, you can find 12 gauge ammo everywhere and anywhere. And then for my mid-range, probably a lever action in 357 and 38, because it's a gun that you can easily run. It's easy to teach somebody else to shoot. The recoil on it is very manageable. So that's a gun that I can hand to my mom, to my wife, to somebody, and they can be just as easily able to run it. Where, okay, I got a 308 that kicks like a fucking mule. I got to worry about that with my wife, my mother, elderly, shit like that. I can hand my 357 lever action to somebody. It kicks like a 22. Like, the ammo is not going to hurt anybody at that point. But the ammo is more than capable on target. And again, plentiful to find.
Yeah, but your AR, well, an AR can be both close and long range.
No. ARs, like it or not, and the gun community can shit on me all they want. AR-15, the .223 caliber, is not a man stopper. It is not a man stopper as a single shot round. Think about military use of an AR-15.
Depends on where you shoot them, Brian.
You have well, that's any gun. You kill somebody with a 22.
Okay, so you can't say it's not a man stopper.
But the reality of it is an AR-15 223. Okay, it is meant for multiple rounds on target. It is also meant as a NATO round, as a polite way of shooting someone, because it's not a killing round. It's a stopping round, which is two very different things. So me personally, 357 is a lot more lead connecting on target than a 223. And when you're talking about a zombie that you're trying to stop in its tracks, single shot, that's going to be the name of the game.
I think that's where we're disconnecting.
But you're allowing your military background to sway your preferences.
No. You didn't even know
which
what
is
the fuck
okay.
I was going to say yet. You didn't know what I was going to say yet.
Okay.
And you're wrong. What I was going to say is, where my mind goes is when I immediately hear there's a zombie apocalypse, I'm not worried about the zombies, Brian. I'm worried about the other fucking people.
Correct.
So if you're giving me Walking Dead zombies, we're living just fine. If you're giving me Dawn of the Dead zombies, we're going to have some fucking issues. We're going to lose a few.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I may be one of them. You know what I mean? Because these motherfuckers are doing 440s. Like, you can kiss my ass if we're all going to survive.
Look at World War Z.
Right, World War Z. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are compiling on each other to climb walls. We dead, bitch. We dead. We not surviving very long. We're going to try to get into the mountains or underground or something, but I can't guarantee our safety. But if it's Walking Dead, I'm not worried about that shit so much. What I am worried about is now the people who didn't plan ahead, who don't have the guns, who don't know about surviving long-term in a crisis. Those are the ones I'm worried about. So for me, in that aspect, right, Walking Dead is dead. They're not going to feel this fucking 2-2-3 round if I hit them with it anyway. Same thing with a shotgun or whatever. It's only headshots for them. So regardless, any caliber will kill a zombie with a headshot. Yeah. What I'm worried about is the humans. So I feel like,
for.
I understand that, but I feel like a shotgun limits your area.
But here's also the other reality.
I'd rather shoot someone from 300 yards away than let them be 100 yards away.
But you prefaced this with,
I did.
We live half a mile away. Me knowing what you're going to choose, I'm now selecting weapons platforms that complement and amplify our capabilities.
I'm with you.
Versus I just mimic what you have. Now you and I are fighting over the same ammo.
Nah, man, I'm pulling up.
The same supplies.
Locked and loaded, baby. Yeah. Let's go. I think it really depends on the zombie. Like I said,
100%.
Dead zombie, I can't guarantee.
And I'll be honest with you. What is our primal need as a human?
Food and water.
There you go. To eat. To consume. Correct? To think in the world of biological warfare. To think that there could not be a virus, a sickness, a bio weapon that basically takes us back to our primal needs.
Oh.
I think is very very naive. I think a zombie apocalypse is more realistic than people give it credit.
Nah, you know what? You just threw me down another rabbit hole, and I think this is more likely than zombies. Have you ever seen the Kingsman movie?
Yeah, I know where you're going
with
on this.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I know where you're going on this.
And if you haven't seen this movie, guys, go check it out. It's kind of a good movie. But in this movie, I'm kind of give you a spoiler. Samuel L. Jackson's a bad guy. He develops this emitter that he puts into cell phone chips that he then gives away for free. So he gives free internet, free cell phone service away for free.
Kind of like Elon Musk.
Obviously, everyone runs to that. They get all the free phones. Oh, look at my cool free phone. But embedded in the phone is an algorithm that, when turned on, emits some type of vibration, some type of sound or whatever, emits from the phone that then turns whoever's within earshot or emit vibration shot, whatever the fuck term is. You then go back to your primal nature, and now all of a sudden, all over the world, people are just randomly killing each other because they go back to the primal nature of just anger.
I mean, how many times after hurricanes, natural disasters, do you see people willing to kill each other over a loaf of bread?
Over a gallon of water.
So that's just our mental survival.
Yeah, but okay, see,
So now to think that there is a bioweapon that could throw us into that state permanently, again, I think it's highly plausible.
See, and I go down this rabbit hole with my wife too, when we talk about zombie apocalypse and stuff.
I would go against 300 blackout because the ammo will be impossible to find. Because that ammo is not plentiful across the spectrum.
See, that's why I was kind of bringing up, would you want to be into making our own ammo? Not so much in mass, but having the general capability for like a zombie apocalypse where all of a sudden
here's the reality.
Ammo is in short supply.
It's harder to find the components than it is to find the ammo. You can go into any gun shop, any police department, any military base, any National Guard base and find ammo. Where are you finding the raw bullet? The primers.
Like the brass for the
casing. The gunpowder.
Well, that's okay, but hold on. You can do it. Did I burn you? I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You can do it. Did you see Walking Dead? They had that little genius nigga that, you know what I'm saying, learned how to pop off bullets and make them so that way they had ammo. And if you do it 24/7 with a good workforce, now you're supplying yourself with ammo.
But you got to find those components.
And I get that, but if we're talking about zombie apocalypse,
I think it's easier to find pre-made ammo than it is to make ammo or find what you need to make ammo.
But if you're in a world where you have constantly been expelling,
and now you also got to walk around, because again, now you got a guy who's set up making ammo. We don't know where our base station would be at this point. And then you got to get that equipment to that point.
Would we be leaving? Are we staying in this area?
No. I think that's the biggest stupidity anybody makes in any of that. Hunker down.
Yeah.
Hunker down. It is easier to... The problem I run into is those I would want to protect, I would have to either A, get them to me or me get to them.
Yeah.
Like, your mother is right around the corner. My mom's a 2-hour drive away.
Yeah.
My grandmother.
But she's a good location. She's out in the middle of nowhere.
100%. But now I got to load up me and my family and get to her. And on top of that, you're part of my support system. So now do I convince you to take you and your family with me on my project of getting to me and my family?
I don't have a lot.
I mean, here you don't.
I'm not worried about anybody else but here, Brian.
But that's reality.
They not here. And I know it sounds fucked up for my family. I'm not saying I don't love y'all, but if we're in a world crisis, I'm not worried about what the fuck is happening in Chicago. I'm worried about what the fuck is happening here in Florida. So it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I don't know, man. I have this sense that with depending on, one, the type of zombie, two, is our area the infected area? Where is the infected area will determine on whether or not I want to leave. I'm not saying I don't want to meet up. I'm not saying don't have a meetup point where everyone can meet in one area. But I don't know if I would be willing to be on the move. Like if they're saying, hey, Orlando's the one that's fucked up. Why would I want to be on the move?
Well, and that's the reality. You got to look at where is it stemming from.
Now, if it's like, hey, the outbreak is in Florida, all of Florida's going to be infected, I'm out.
So if you think about it, we are in kind of a weird spot
Yes.
Because we have Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, and Tallahassee that are all going to be hubs.
All within fucking...
And we're kind of in the middle of that.
But we do have them little sidescapes
Yeah.
to get away from if we're trying to get up north. We do have the panhandle to try to get the fuck more west. So...
I put you towards Tallahassee.
Yeah, but you can outskirt the main towns.
Yeah.
And then especially if we got off-road vehicles, 4x4s, you can pretty much go wherever you need to, depending on if they have flatlands to do it. All right. That was just a fun little way to kind of end the podcast. We're going on right about the hour and 50 mark. If my eyes serve me, that's at 148.
146.
146. Oh, so we got like a 15-minute window. All right, Brad. For today in the now, is there anything that you would like to voice to the viewers out there? And what is one thing that you had overcome that you were dealing with over the past week?
So right now, I'm for those of you that are in my inner circle, you know I'm dealing with an ear thing.
It's very annoying.
Basically, I had an ear infection that has now clogged my ear canals, and it's causing me to have a lot of hearing issues. And causing a lot of communication issues. So I'm overcoming that. And one thing I have realized with that is it's putting me sitting in silence a lot. Like I'm literally waking up in the middle of the night and I can't hear.
Like nothing at all?
Nothing at all.
Whew.
It's extremely panicky.
Yes. For at least, because I know how he is.
It's like when you wake up and you feel like you're suffocating.
Yeah.
Like I wake up and I feel like I'm missing one of my core senses. So that's something I'm trying to overcome right now. I'm dealing with medical on that. But, and then you have a best friend who, gets aggravated because he's got to yell at you. He's all in his feelings.
Listen to me. Wouldn't you get annoyed if every time you try to say something to him, you get, huh? What?
Well, you should know what I'm dealing with and talk louder.
It gets very annoying.
Whatever.
It gets very annoying. Especially when I think I'm loud enough and I just think he's saying it to piss me off, because sometimes he does do that.
No, not this time.
He'll pretend he's not listening when he is listening.
No, I wish I was.
Pretend that he's listening when he's not. But whatever.
But it is also created where I am now having to be more aware of my surroundings.
Oh, like visually?
Visually. And so I'm overcoming that a little bit. But other than that, 4th of July was, 4th of July, family time, which is always good. It was hot as hell.
Yes, it was. Well, see, I didn't really do anything 4th of July.
Yeah, we went out to the parade and we were trying to fight heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
But that's the
Oh, what up, Nicholas? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for the love on the shirts.
That's right. But that's the price.
Yeah, my family was on their way up to South Dakota. I unfortunately had to work. So my wife took my sons to go take my firstborn to his first duty station in South Dakota. Did go on a dope-ass bike ride with Dalton, which is my neighbor, Griffin Customs, if you ever want to trike customize.
Custom trike.
Went on some bike rides, and I'm not going to lie, I got to give him a shout-out, too. They have been helping. So that is something that I have overcome this week. I am starting to deal with a little more of my anger issues on a more surface level. I've stopped taking some of the medications that the VA were prescribing because I didn't feel I wanted to take 17 pills for the rest of my life. So we're now working on a pill regimen that's more to my liking. So there are going to be a little bit of a learning curve. So just trying to find outlets. I don't know if you guys know or not. I'm going to give a soft hint right now that this door behind me is actually a music booth. I woke up one night with just this want or need to have to build a booth. I built one up. I went in and purchased a couple beats out there, wrote a few songs. I have yet to determine on whether or not I want to put them out for the general public to hear because, as Brian knows, I was using it as a way to vent some of my anger out, some of the frustrations that I'm dealing with in my life, and it has helped. But I don't know if I want that type of personal level out to the world just yet. So some people have seen it. Brian is one of them. He has just seen the general concept of it and I haven't really tried to put any fanciness to it or anything. But
I'm going to pose a random question to you.
Okay.
Do you think vulnerability is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it depends on the context in which you're talking. Like, I think it's a bad thing to expose your vulnerabilities to the general public.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, we're on the World Wide Web.
yeah, well, you know, I made the unfortunate comment at one time that I'm not a fan of clowns, and all of a sudden it went off to the world as if I'm afraid of clowns. I am not afraid of clowns. I just don't like them.
He's terrified.
I have a childhood memory of clowns that was kind of terrifying, and now I just want to beat the living shit out of every clown I see.
Because he's terrified.
So you could take it as terrifying. I don't see it as, it's not like I see a clown and have to run away. It's not like you dress up in clown paint and all of a sudden I'm going to piss myself. No. But if you do come into the room and you're dressed as a clown, I am not responsible for the physical harm that comes to your body.
Because he's terrified.
That's all I'm going to say.
Because he's terrified.
It's not so much about terrifying. But back to the main concept, right? I think it's good, like for me, having someone like you being able to voice out like what I'm actually going through with, like in the deep corners, you know what I'm saying, the stuff we don't talk about on here.
And we might get to.
Maybe. I think it's a good avenue to have to be able to be vulnerable with someone without being judged. But I think too many people are too quick to judge, so the majority of people will not allow themselves to be vulnerable.
I don't even think it's a matter of judged. I think it's a matter of everybody thinks they have the solution. Like circling back to my ear thing. I've been to an ER. I've been to an urgent care. I'm dealing with an ENT.
Yeah.
And everybody I talk to, well, have you tried swimmer's ear? Have you tried to do the candle to your ear?
Did you try yawning?
You should try popping your ear. Chew gum. You should chew gum. That's going to solve your problem. And I get it. Everybody wants to help.
Right. Everyone thinks they're
and I roll with
WebMD.
that.
I get it. Yeah.
But everybody thinks they have everything figured out.
Yeah.
And I think that's why, like, prime example, 4th of July, you know, I saw a lot of my family. And I kind of gave my mom, and I know my mom's watching, and I gave her kind of the heads up, like, listen, I don't need the entire family trying to WebMD me.
Yeah.
Like, tell everybody they need to talk louder to me, and let's just leave it at that. Like, I don't need everybody giving me their 2 cents. Like, I get it, my family cares, they love me.
Right.
You know, cool. But sometimes I feel like opening those vulnerabilities, you got to be ready for the people who think they can solve your problem.
Well, not only that, right, and we've talked about it before, too. Like, when I try to open up to people about some of the stuff I deal with, they're like, oh, you know, why don't you just let it go?
Yeah, why don't you just calm down?
Why don't you just relax? Like,
yeah. You can't sit there and just...
I probably stabbed you in the neck with a knife in my imagination 5 times when you gave me that line, because if it was that simple, I'd have fucking done it 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not that simple.
And I'll be honest with you.
It's something that is a little more...
That is something that was a struggle for me dealing with you. Because, and I know you'll take this the right way when I say it, I feel like I can control my emotions a little better than you.
Oh, 1,000%.
So
why would you even worry about me taking offense to that?
Techniques that I'm like, dude, just like, let it go. Yeah. Like, it's taken me time to realize you really just can't.
Right, it's not that
simple. Like, you've never watched Frozen. You don't know how to let it go. Like, you're not Taylor Swift. You can't shake it off.
I cannot.
Like, you are not that person.
Well, and I think that's my problem, too, is I over-critique myself a lot.
Yeah.
And I come down on myself harder than probably anybody else does. So it's harder to combat that, especially when you've been dealing with that for so many years. It's hard to turn that shit off.
Yeah.
But it is good to have people around. It's like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You are killing the game. Like, perfect example, me being an instructor, me with going this route as far as, you know what I'm saying, teaming up with Duckie and going into business with him.
And he's been killing the game in
right. I was apprehensive to say the least, because I don't have the formal experience like he does, or the formal experience like our boss does. I don't know the ins and outs of the you know what I'm saying, job type and all that. So I just didn't think I was gonna do that great of a job. I knew I could do the job. And then as I got comfortable with it, the more I knew the information, same thing I told Duckie, the more I get to know the information, the more it will flow out of me freely.
Well, that's been kind of my primary focus with you, talking about, you know, like learning ways to, I hate to say manage you because it sounds so shitty.
Yeah, but it's a good way to describe it, because that's kind of what you're doing.
But I like to show you and try to get you to focus on the positive and what you have been kicking ass at.
See, look, Maria, you're right. Just a quick comment from Maria. She says, I feel like nobody can speak on it if they have never been through it.
Yeah, 100%.
Sister, say something there. But yeah, I just,
I try to get you to focus on the positive. And like, prime example, how many mornings do you get in my truck on the way to work and you're like, today ain't the day?
Yeah.
And what,
I'm not a morning person.
And what do? I always try to make you smile. Mm-hmm. I bring up a stupid dad joke or I bring up something stupid.
Yeah.
Try to get you to smile.
Because you know already, once you get my mind off of that shit, it's a little easier for me not to have to worry about it for the day.
There you go.
But I think that is my problem. So, right, so I do things, I try to find avenues. So, even though it may look funny to y'all or,
this podcast is an
smooth booty or whatever, I enjoy these trike rides. It's nice to just be able to get out there and cruise on this electric bike without pedaling. Go on these fucking bike trails. You're kind of with your thoughts yourself, but you're having a good time doing it. So the booth was another avenue I didn't expect to help as much as it did. I've always had a way with words. I've always been able to do poetry in my youth, and that's how I swept my wife off of her feet with my beautiful regalements of her beauties and all that bullshit. But whatever. But I've never really ever, I don't want to be a rapper. I don't aspire to be a rapper. I don't want to be a singer, nothing like that. I just use it as an avenue where I knew I had the advantage of words, and I was putting those words down. And then for whatever reason, I woke up one day and I felt like I needed to put it to music. I put a couple of them to music and it helped way more than I anticipated. So now I feel like I'm going to do it more often. I did purchase 4 beats total. I have 2 songs that are kind of done already. I'm going to work on 2 more. And then me and Brian will kind of discuss on whether or not I want to put it out to the general public. I don't want to put a comment on if you guys want to hear it, because I know I'm just going to get all the comments to hear it. Like, this is a little more of a personal level thing, so I would ask for the respect of you guys. Right. If it comes out,
so be it.
Awesome. If not, I apologize, but it is a part of my life that I don't know if I want to let everybody know, because I pretty much just do storytelling of what I'm dealing with. Yeah. And within the storytelling, it does give kind of a general breakdown of what I just deal with day to day. And I feel like it gives a good enough breakdown so where people who don't know me and people who do know me will kind of get a better sense of what I deal with on a day-to-day basis. That's all it is. So on that note, thank you guys for sticking around. If you stuck around the whole time, if you came and stopped by, I appreciate that as well on the Ducky side. Like, comment, share. If you guys enjoyed the podcast,
please, for the love of God, go to El Oso and the Duck on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook and follow us.
Yes.
I say that because I am struggling to try to get this content to those platforms right now, because we got to do it through 80 channels.
Right. We're trying to get it all in one central hub. Once we get
the follower count up, because for those of you that don't know, a lot of those platforms don't let you post videos or go live until you have so many followers. Right. So it makes life a whole lot easier for us if you go follow. So please, if you want to see more of this.
Thanks, Mama. Your mom says she's proud of us.
She's proud of you. You're like her second son. She loves you to death.
Thanks, Mama.
So,
but yes, we will continue doing these whether y'all enjoy them or not. We enjoy them. We like getting our word out there as far as our own opinions out there and what's going on in the world. Just have a little fun with you guys. Drink some whiskey. So if you enjoyed it, please leave a comment saying you did. Go check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Give us a like and subscribe. Shout us out. Give us some ways we can make the podcast better. We are working on camera angles.
Yeah, our camera
I understand
setup,
it's a little, we're doing
wonky.
kind of this thing. We didn't really pay attention to you guys up there.
Realistically, as long as you can hear what's going on, you're in the story.
Right, but eventually we will figure this out. Eventually we'll drop some money on some real cameras. We're trying to go through the mix of it right now just to see that we enjoy
We're just having fun.
And we do this all the time anyway. This is what our garage time... We're probably dressed the same most of the time, too.
Yeah.
If you ever see us go to the beach, our wives know what we're talking about. We have matching outfits head to toe, baby.
That's right.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking around. I am El Oso. This is The Duck.
Quack, quack.
This is El Oso and The Duck Podcast. Peace, y'all.
Later.